I wanted to title this talk, False Read. And what I mean by that is, let me tell you a story. When I was growing up, my dad had ulcerative colitis, and he was in and out of the hospital frequently. And when I was 4 years old and had a baby sister and a brother that was 15 months younger than I am, my dad went in the hospital for what I was told 40 days. And during those 40 days, I know my mother was terrified of him dying. And somehow in that space, I picked up on her fear and I took it on. So from the time that I was really, really little, I had this impending doom feeling. And I've carried it my whole entire life. So fast forward to last Saturday, I was invited to attend the red dress fashion show at the Riverside Convention Center for raising money for women's heart disease. And so I went, and my friends who know me know that that's probably not a really, really good place for me to be, because I tend to pick up on symptoms, or I just get scared. So I went to the screening room, and I had my oxygen level checks. That was great. I had my blood pressure checked. I told them I'm an anxious patient, so it might be a little high. Blood pressure was perfect. Had my blood sugar done, and it was 194. So when I spoke to the doctor briefly that was there talking to the people that had gone through the screening, she said, "Oh, I think you have diabetes." And I said, of all the people that you should not be telling that to, it's me. You know, there's 1,200 people here. Probably nobody would react. But when you tell me things like that, it triggers every little bit of fear that I have, brings back all kind of scary childhood memories, and I go off. But lo and behold, this time I was fine. I thought, you know what? If I got it, I got it. I have parents that had it. I'll deal with it. So I was quite calm and serene. But at lunch, you know, I didn't eat the sugar dessert. I didn't eat the rolls with butter because, you know, I don't want to spike my blood sugar. But the doctor did say, I would recommend you go see your doctor. Well, I just happened to have an appointment on Tuesday to go see a new doctor because my other doctor moved and I needed to reestablish a relationship with a new doctor. So I went and saw the doctor, told her what was up. She said, let's order you some blood tests. And so the next day I got the blood test back and I was fine. And I didn't have diabetes. But what it made me stop and think about is how many times do I believe a false read to be true? The false read could be a test result without follow-up. It could be something someone says about me without more questions. It could be a belief that my parents gave me when I was a child that I just took on as truth, but today it isn't. It just made me stop and think how important it is for me to be involved in my own process, in my own discovery, in my own ability to question everything that was given to me. And if it's true today, then own it. But if it's not, stop and reevaluate. Do some research. Ask the questions. I believe that self-care requires courage because sometimes it's easier not to know. But I decided that it was better to go to the doctor and face the possibilities than it was to live with my head in the sand and pretend that everything was okay. And I'm so glad that I did, because it quieted my sense of fear and panic that I'm really working on letting go of. But it also made me stop and understand that today, growing up means pausing and pivoting when needed, and not believing everything that I hear, everything that I was told, and everything that I see simply because it's in front of my face. So I just wanted to share that with you, and maybe it'll resonate, maybe it'll give you something to think about, maybe it'll be something that you can talk about. I wish you healing. I wish us all healing. Bye.